Hello everybody, it's Bradley back. Thanks for stopping by on my channel. This is the second video of my 10 Days of Christmas video special. Thanks for sticking around this long. It's off to a great start. And this will be a list of my favorite boozy fragrances that I have in my collection. This is the alcoholic beverage connoisseur's dream list right here. All these fragrances that I'm about to show you feature some sort of alcoholic drink component within them, which I think is really cool and unique because a lot of fragrances don't feature this type of note. I think it's a little bit daring, it's a little bit different, and adds a cool little fun twist to the fragrance. My whole goal with this list is to maybe open the light and show you guys some fragrances that maybe you've never heard of before, and if you're interested in these boozy fragrances, these are some great ones to check out. But don't go too crazy with these things, because you never know, if you spray too much, you could smell like you've been drinking all day or something, and nobody wants that. I'm going through all different types of aperitifs today. I'm talking about whiskey, cognac, tequila, rum, tonic. I'm going through it all today. And I'm not breaking these up into any particular order. These aren't really ranked. These are just some various suggestions for you. Okay, let's start off with an amazing designer fragrance that has a note of whiskey in it. This is Prive Carolina Herrera right here. Whiskey is the main alcoholic beverage of choice that they use in this fragrance right here, combined in the opening with grapefruit. The whiskey in this is really, really nice, and it's a crowd pleaser too, which a lot of these boozy fragrances here are kind of particular. Not a lot of people are gonna like them, but this is much appreciated by pretty much everybody. Has the cardamom in here, has the leather, and of course the sweetness from the tonka bean that kind of comes in, but it's all about that wet, boozy whiskey in the opening. One of the best designer whiskeys I've ever put my nose on, and definitely a crowd pleaser. A lot of people like this one, so Prive, a great boozy fragrance if you want one that a lot of people are going to like. Alright, let's switch it up. Who said boozy fragrances have to be heavy wintertime and fall scents? No. I'm saying that boozy fragrances can also be in the summertime. Of course, we got drinks like the mojito, the margarita, and these two smell like, obviously, mojitos right here. This is Guerlain Homme and Atelier Cologne, Cedrat, Enivrant. Both of these will remind you of sitting on a coastal villa, relaxing as the waves come up on the shore with a nice, cold, refreshing mojito in hand. These are both minty, sort of fresh, very refreshing fragrances that are meant for the high summer heat. This one has a note of rum in here, along with vetiver, mint, some sort of green notes as well, citruses, very refreshing. While this is supposed to smell like a gin and tonic French 75 cocktail. It also has juniper berries with the same mint. Both of these are very refreshing fragrances and are very boozy at the same time. It can be great for the high summer heat. Okay, sticking with the summer theme, this is probably the cheapest on this list. This is Tommy Bahama Set Sail St. Barts. This has a note of tequila in here. Will sort of smell of like a margarita. Very, very tropical. It has some sea salt in here. Of course, you got some lime and some bright citruses. Very, very nice. Will remind you of, again, sitting on the beach or almost like a cocktail bar, a tiki bar or something like that. Not the best performance. However, if you're just looking for a nice, refreshing tequila scent that smells sort of similar to Virgin Island water from Creed without the coconut and without the white rum, this is a great one to check out. Again, very cheap price tag as well. Okay, now this is for all those fine wine connoisseurs out there. This is 1821 man-made sweet tobacco spirits. Can't forget that spirits part because that is also what is in here. Red wine is the note of choice that they use for the booziness in here, and it is in the opening combined with the Manuka honey. It's not super boozy per se, but I definitely will get a hit of red wine in the opening. Smells very nice, has almost that fermented wine type of a feel to it, and it's very, very nice. So if you're looking for a nice red wine fragrance, 1821 man-made is a great one to check out. Lasts ages and is a great bang for the buck as well. Okay, next one up is this one right here. Duo fragrances an evening with the Mobster. Cognac and Coca-Cola, believe it or not, are the two things that I smell up top. Definitely has a fizzy Coca-Cola thing to it, and at the same time has a very nice boozy, rich cognac. It almost smells wet in the opening. That's how realistic this thing is. But at the same time, spices, tobacco starts to creep in. It has this nice woody, warm, vanillic aspect to it as well. Smells great. Wore it the other day, got a nice compliment with it as well. So, duo fragrances, if you're looking for a nice cognac fragrance, I hear this thing smells pretty similar to Roja Dove Creation E, but for obviously a lot cheaper of a price. So this was a great boozy fragrance to check out for cognac lovers out there. Okay, now let's go with another relatively fresh offering. This is Lacoste Yellow, believe it or not, right here. This has a nice gin and tonic sort of a note in here, tonic water. Will kind of remind you of like a nice bubbly, fizzy champagne. It also has some nice grapefruit in here, cypress, I believe. It's a very nice, fresh, woody fragrance that is definitely sunny and bright. So again, a very easy to wear, very light and refreshing gin and tonic type of a fragrance right here for Lacoste Yellow. Okay, now I'm gonna go with two roller bar impressions. This is by Kilian Straight to Heaven, and an impression of Thierry Mugler's Angel Men Pure Malt. Of course, pure malt, we all know, is a legendary malt fragrance. It has it in the name. This right here is whiskey, a very nice whiskey, but it's fruity at the same time with these mixed fruit nuts and has that signature Amen patchouli vanilla dry down. A great boozy fragrance in my opinion for the autumn time. And we got by Kilian Straight to Heaven an impression of this right here. To me, this just smells like a fresh cut Christmas tree. Super piney, but also has white rum and a touch of spice in there to give it a very, very nice feel. Really reminds me of the holidays quite a bit. So by Kilian Straight to Heaven and Angel Men Pure Malt are two great boozy fragrances. And I'm gonna finish off with two samples. This is for all you rum lovers out there. This is Jean Varvatos Dark Rebel and Bvlgari Man in Black. Both of these have pretty similar rum notes to my nose. They're both very boozy. This one is slightly more animalic, slightly more dark, and in my opinion, cozy. Whereas this one is definitely spicy, more masculine, super leathery. Wow, if you like rum, both of these have an amazing rum opening. It's just wet spices mixed with like rum is pretty much what I smell. Very, very artistic, very different, very bold and masculine and daring. So these are two great rum fragrances if that is your drink of choice. So those are all the boozy fragrances that I have today to show you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what some of your favorite boozy fragrances are. I really would like to know so I can maybe go test them for myself. That will be it for me. Thanks for staying tuned to this video for my 10 days of Christmas, second day. Please stay tuned for my third day by subscribing to my channel if you haven't already done so. I got another video coming up and the next day and the next day and the next day. So you do not want to miss any of this great content coming out. See ya!